Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Dave Lawyer. Today I just wanted to make a video just illustrating a few things. What happens when you make a mistake doing a watercolour painting. There's two things that you can do, and I'll just go right into it. First of all, you can either paint doing a loose style, making impressions of subjects, whether they're people, buildings, things like that. You can do an overall simplistic scene. You don't have to depict anything accurately. And then the second thing, you could paint things and go for a realistic painting. The realistic painting, the challenge is if you're doing a painting realistically, you have to get everything perspective. You have to get everything as accurate as possible. Whether it's a portrait, you have to make it look like the person or whatever you're painting. If it's buildings, anything like that, it has to be quite accurate. So that's the difficult thing about doing realistic painting. So I think when you do realistically, you have to get things accurate, otherwise it doesn't quite look right. Whereas if you're doing a more loose sketch or loose painting, you can always get away with a bit more. There's a bit more freedom involved, and things don't have to be exact to what you're painting. It just has to be an impression. So those are two ways in which I know how to paint. Now I'll just show you, when you do make a mistake in watercolour, there's a couple of options you can do. You can either use that, what they call creative artistic license. You can take things out, add things, and just try to make the overall composition work. Or you can just, if it's something that you don't feel that you can fix, then you can just maybe keep the painting as a future reference. You learn from your mistakes. I think art is a journey, and you need to learn from all the things that you do. So if you do a mistake, it's not necessarily a waste. You can always keep the painting, put it away, and then maybe at a later time you could adjust things or sort of play around with it. So this is the latest scene that I started. As you can see, it's quite well. Just the tape's coming off. That's not an issue. As you can see, I started the painting. Quite happy with everything so far. However, there's a bit of a mistake here. I've got enough windows here. There's 5 windows on the scene, and then there's windows here at the bottom. However, when I look at the when I look at the picture from the scene, the windows actually line up to the windows at the bottom here. So I'm not quite convinced I can do much with this, because I've already done the windows here. It's going to be quite difficult to adjust that. So there's a couple of things I'm thinking to do with this. After investing so much time, it's probably taken me over a week to get this far. I'm thinking maybe I could put in a couple more windows here and have them sort of equal the windows at the bottom. I'm thinking it just doesn't look. If you're going for the realistic, if you want it to look just like your reference, and it's quite frustrating if you make a mistake just like this. But like I said, previously, it's not all a waste. Even if I just put it in my file and just leave it, it's something that I can see and hopefully learn from that and not make such a mistake again. And I think that just shows that, especially when you're painting, that you really have to observe. You really have to observe what you're doing. So that's the two things that you can do with when you make a mistake in watercolour. You can either just put it to one side. I know some people may scrap it, rip it up, get frustrated, or you could just adjust and use your artistic license just to change a few things. But when you're looking at a realistic scene, then I think overall you want to try and make it as real to the reference as possible. So I'm not quite sure what to do with this one yet. I may, like I say, just add a couple more windows in so it evens up here, and then take it from there, because I think it works overall. It's quite a nice scene, and it's not far off finishing if I do those changes. Still got a couple of cars here. I've got a figure coming into the painting. I've still got a bit of road down at the bottom which leads the eye quite nicely in and out of the scene. So that's the painting. That's something I've done. I don't mind sharing mistakes and things like that, because I think everyone, doesn't matter how good you are at painting, I think everyone does make mistakes from time to time. So I hope you like the video. If you do, thumbs up. I'm welcome to any comments. I'll always answer any suggestions. But that's it. That's all for now. And I'll keep you updated and see what I can do with this painting. Until then, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.